Hello friends, welcome to FreeCAD tutorial, and in this tutorial we will learn essential sketcher tool in FreeCAD. So for this, here I have launched my FreeCAD. Now I will create a new file, and I create a body and then create a sketch, and I select this front plane. And now here I will create a simple slot, and we will see one by one essential sketcher tool in FreeCAD. So first, what I will do, I will select this slot, and here is the first tool which we are going to understand is select associated constraint. So once you click on it, so you will see that associated constraint or got selected. Here is a tangency which is got selected, and here is a equality which is got selected. And if you see here in a left hand side, instead of manually selecting all the constraint, you can use this tool to select the constraint and you can delete it. So this is the select the associated constraint. For example, if you want to manually select for a line or arc, for example, if I select this line and click on this, so associated constraint of this line is the tangent which got selected. Similarly, if I create a rectangle, and if I select this line and click on this icon, so that vertical constraint is got selected. So this is a very good tool if you are working in a sketch and you want to delete all the constraint and want to apply the constraint, then you can select at a time of all the sketches. For example, if I select this slot and rectangle, so you can see here everything is selected, and now if I click on this icon, then both the sketch constraint is got selected. Now let's move to the next tool. Our next tool is select associated geometry. First we have seen the associated constraint. Now we will go with the geometry, which means that for example, let's I select this vertical constraint and click on this icon, so that the associated geometry gets selected. If I select this equal constraint and I click on it, so you can see that the arc is get selected. The third tool we will understand is show and hide internal geometry. This tool is applicable when we draw ellipse or parabola. So let's click on the ellipse by center, and I draw a ellipse. Now you can see that this is the internal geometry. If I wanted to show it, then I can show it, or if I wanted to hide it, then I will select my ellipse and click on the hide geometry. So you can see that this geometry which we are previously seeing is got hidden. Now we will understand the next tool, which is the symmetric. So for this we will delete this rectangle, this sketch, and now we will also delete this slot, and we will simply create a rectangle, and now we will give the dimension. So let's see from this point to this point, I give 30 horizontal, and I will give the 30 vertical as well. And let's also constrain it. I will give it 30, and I will also give it the 30. So now we have a square which is of 30 mm horizontal and vertical height. Now I will select all this and we will click on the symmetricity. So you can see that it got symmetric with our last selected edge. So here the edge is important. If I select this edge and this edge, so for better visibility I hide the dimension so that you will clearly see my selections. For example, if I select this one and this one, and at the last I am selecting this edge, and if I click on symmetricity, so my sketch will be get symmetric with respect to my last selected edge. Now let's select this axis. So first I will select this one, this one, this one, and this, and then I will select my this vertical axis and click on the symmetricity. So you can see that it got symmetric with the axis. Similarly, I select all this and press the control key and select this horizontal axis and click on the symmetric. So you can see that it got symmetric with respect to the. So in symmetric constraint we can mirror our selected sketch with respect to our last selection. Either it may be a sketch entity or it may be axis. So that is the very important while using the symmetricity. Now I show you the next tool in Sketcher, which is of clone or copy. So here is a clone, copy and move options. So first we will select all the sketch entities. So here I have selected my square and I will click on the clone. So you can see that I am seeing a line which is the placement line, and if I click on it, so you can see that it got cloned and I delete it. Similarly, we will see the move command. So clone or copy, most are the similar. Now we will see the move. So you can see that a line is showing, and if I click on the screen, so you can see that this edge got moved. If I again select it and click on the move, so this is how, based on your selections, if I select from left to right and if I click on the move, so this point is got selected, and if I wanted to move it bottom side, then I can simply move it. Now the next tool which we will learn is a rectangular array. So I will select my sketch and click on the rectangular array options. So here you will get a pop-up window which will ask you for the rows and columns. So here I want 2 rows and 2 columns, and I want equal horizontal and vertical spacing, and I will also check this constraint inter-element separation and I will click on OK. So now I am seeing a line which is showing me distance and angle. So here first I will make my angle 0, and here is a distance, so I will place it the distance I want. For example, I want it to the 147 or 156 and click it. So you can see that my sketch is got pattern, and here is my pattern dimension which I can change. Let's I make it 160 round off, and here is a degree of my line, so I will make it 0. So you can see that my sketch is got pattern. So this is how to use the rectangular array in a FreeCAD sketcher. Now let's move to the next tool, which is remove the axis alignment. So to understand this axis alignment, I will delete this slot and I create a rectangle, and now you can see that we have the horizontal and vertical constraint to this rectangle. Now if I select my rectangle and click on the axis alignment, then you will see that horizontal and vertical constraint got removed. Now this line and this line is parallel, and this line is parallel with my this line, and here you will see that perpendicularity applied. So this is the tool where you can remove the axial alignment. Now let's move to the next tool, which is delete all constraint. So if I select my rectangle and click on it, so it will ask you, are you sure want to delete all constraints? Say yes. So constraint is got removed. Now you can give your own constraint. So this is how we have understood the essential sketcher tool in FreeCAD. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your valuable time. You can also visit my website macnexus.com, where I write articles and tutorials on FreeCAD. You can download my tutorial source file from here. If you like my method of teaching, then please support me on coffee.com. You can buy me a cup of coffee. Your small support will help these channels to grow, and it will motivate me to create more awesome content on FreeCAD.